Hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Table Talk. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Philip DeFranco.
I'm Ross Everett.
You know how the show works. You use the hashtag Table Talk on Twitter, and we'll throw your comments and things into this bowl, and then we'll pull them out randomly and read them. Done.
Like
Random.
that. Wow.
Random.
Ready to go.
A question from Potato says, do you think that you act differently when there are no cameras around you? A little bit. But also, when cameras are still on. Like, if you look in my vlogs or even on here, my voice is slower, slightly deeper. There's just something about the show where I scream a little bit.
Phil talks like this.
No,
like Mickey
no, I mean, because I talk like this, I feel like I talk slower and like even more than this. But when I do the show, it's like "Sup Nation" words.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
You've got a stage voice.
And not on purpose though. I think it's just like it's a different like mindset, different setup.
Well, it's like radio hosts. Radio hosts are like, welcome back to the top of the hour. We're gonna listen to this. And then when that guy's off, he's like, can I get my coffee, please? I really want my. So it's like one of those things is a performance thing. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Maybe you turn it up a little for the camera.
Ross is different.
I'm definitely different off camera.
But it's good because we have people here. There's also a lot of people on YouTube that never turn it off.
That was I shouldn't have sighed that heavily about that.
You shouldn't. No, because here at the office, like Lee's probably I think the most on person, but she does it in a way that never makes me want to murder her, like is the usual thing for people that can never turn it off.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of does a little something for the camera.
Another person that, actually, I haven't seen him in forever. It's weird because you get like stuck in this. Toby Turner is almost never off ever whatsoever.
Which makes it hard to understand, like figure out what's like if that's him.
But he does slow down every now and then.
Don't you feel like people like that burn out?
No.
Like, what do you mean? Like I know, like, if I'm on camera, if it's like a huge day, like at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm exhausted. Like, I just want to curl up with a book.
Sometimes, but it's literally his personality. He's just like it's okay, Drew. It's okay. It's only slight audio. Like, it's only, like, I don't know. It's part of his personality. I think that it's more exhausting if I had to turn it on and I just stayed on. And I'd be like, this is not me.
Well, people get really mad at me in the morning because I'm like on right in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, and people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey guys, I got some toys and all this. And people are like, what's going on?
Well, you're also, I feel like I'd be on in the morning if I came into like a desk full of toys.
Full of toys? Yeah,
like,
that's true.
It's not even like it's the same toys. You get a new toy
It's new toys.
every day.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty exciting.
Something about the way that you say toy, it really makes me happy. Don't you hear it? It's like a baby boy saying
Check out these toys.
Toy, like a hard T.
Also, games.
Games, toys. I don't know why the word because always did it for me. The hard C.
Are you alright?
I don't know. I'm kind of bleeding out the nose a little bit.
Okay, I get it.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Daniel Bryant says, do you blame your pets for something you did? I hear farts all the time. People blame their pets for farts.
Every now and then, if it's like it's a bad one and like one of the dogs happens to be in Lindsay's face, I'm like,
I can't believe Ace would do that.
I wish dogs had audible farts because there are times
They
where
do
I
have
feel
audible
like
farts.
I've never. So I live with the dog. It's not my dog. It's
when you say that, it just sounds
What's up,
funny.
dog? I live with you. I love this dog.
It's just you and like some random dog that rented out the
It's
house.
Ross
to you.
and a
exactly.
dog. They're living together this summer on NBC.
Ross, you didn't do the dishes last night.
Yeah, the dog's the responsible
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Wait, is that you speaking dog or is that dog drunk?
A bit of both. Depends on the episode.
Yeah, Ross
That
did
dog
put
went out, yeah.
Budweiser into the dog dish.
Oh no, the dog got into my beer.
Yeah.
But no, like I'll be like sitting on the couch and then all of a sudden I'll just smell like this awful smell and I'll forget that there's a dog there and I'll think I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, I mean, dogs do the silent but deadliest, but I have a pug, and she, like, you hear it, man. You hear it. It sounds like human farts sometimes. It's the best.
That's why you love her.
I know, I love her so much for that.
That's what connects
really
you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just imagining the episode where the dog teaches Ross how to lick his balls. He's like, here's what you do.
Or-
Exactly.
I teach the dog.
Oh, that's a
Switch
nice
it out.
little...
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
twist. It's
I
an
think-
origin story.
But the great thing is, like, I draw a line down the center of the apartment, so, like, you can't cross, but it's a fucking dog, so it just keeps coming over to my side.
You know, I think this show exists already. It's called Wilfred.
Oh, yeah! Holy crap!
Yeah,
Oh, I'd love to be in Wilfred.
yeah. it's a
The
good
funny
show.
episode where the dog gets Ross to chase a laser pointer.
How could you? I
Wait,
can't
who
not
jumped
chase
in?
it.
I
I did,
Steve
but did
got
you
it.
all
Oh.
answer it?
Yeah.
It's mostly farts.
Well, do you blame dogs for something?
No,
you did?
I honestly, because the things that I do, a dog can't. A dog can't open the fridge and eat some of my roommate's food.
Yeah.
YouTube would say different. YouTube would say different.
Let's
Oh,
check
I
out
don't
a
know
clip.
how Harley did that. Oh no, like that's so weird.
Are we turning this into a clip show?
Yeah, I know. Let's just check out a clip.
And roll the clip. And we're back.
And we don't have a clip? Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Katrina A. at CatAttack1992 says, do you believe it's possible to fall in love on the internet?
Yeah. I think it's easy to fall in love. Well, yeah, because I think for the most part, most people fall in love with the idea of a person rather than a person.
But is that true love?
There's no such thing as true love.
Yeah, there is. There's
snap.
There's infatuation versus love.
Okay, but there's like when you say true love, you're talking about like star-crossed lovers, and not the fact that I ended up meeting someone in a similar field, and then I happened rather than a similar area.
Well, are we talking about online dating, or are we talking about like, oh, I really?
Well, they're talking
love
about
Steve,
online.
They're talking about online dating.
I think like if Steve and his wife like met on the internet.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? I think we're at a time now where definitely it isn't a big deal, and I think. It shouldn't have been, but when I was younger, like in high school or whatever, that was like a thing that was like, what? You met someone on the internet and now you're dating? That's like the weirdest thing in the world.
I think MySpace and then definitely Facebook normalized it.
Yeah,
But because I went on a date with a girl from MySpace, and that was really my only time where like it wasn't anything video, and I was like, oh, okay, so you're not anything like what you appeared to be.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think it all depends on you, the user. The problem that we have with social media today is we select the parts of our lives that we want to share. We're not really depicting an accurate representation of who we are.
Yeah, but isn't that? I mean, I feel like that's dating through the years anyway.
Like first dates for sure. Like you'll kind of like be like, hey, here are my strengths. But I did online dating, and I gotta tell you guys, I was so disappointed every single time. Like not every single time. That's
every single
But like I would go
time.
on these dates and I'd show up and I'd be like,
there you are, Peter.
it is you, Peter. Yeah. Like I was like, I guess I could see how you kind of look like your photo.
Okay.
And there's something about people are really good in text and they can type and they can formulate their words, but then you meet them in person and you realize that they can't make eye contact and they're constantly looking at your ear and like darting off.
I could see that, but when I was like,
Ear?
Yeah, I went on to get personal, I guess.
Yeah.
I've been on a date with a girl where it was like, oh, like you seem really cool, because like whenever you take a picture, you're looking into the camera. It feels like eye contact.
Right.
Could not make eye contact the entire time. It was just like I kept like.
is there something
here?
I feel like there's pros and cons to both though, because when I was single, which was many years ago, like you had to just kind of like deal with the fact that you can't zero in on people that are like you. Like you had to like it was all around the people that it was about the people that were around you, that were like, oh, maybe I can find something I like about that person or this person or this person. But on the internet with this online dating thing, you're right. You could potentially just make up everything you want, but like you could be like via algorithms matched up to someone that is almost like you in every way, which I find like super convenient for single people, probably.
There's so
But
much.
it
tech
all relies
behind
on both parties being absolutely honest about who they are and what they want.
It's just, it's so weird. I'm just like, I was talking to someone recently, and I was just like, I'm so glad that I don't have to like use all the shit that's out there right now, because like I have a bunch of friends that like randomly when we're hanging out, like I'll just see them like scrolling through Tinder, and it's like
you can say it's me.
Well, you're one of them. I didn't want to throw you there.
No, it's fine.
But no, like, and I'll be like, okay, it's such a weird, interesting concept of like. Of ordering something, but only if the other person orders you. And just that everything's right here, and it's so, because the internet has become this extension of us to that point in that part of our lives that, no, the odds of me meeting someone online that, like, that wouldn't want to, like, put my head on like a shelf, I think is low.
Wait, hold on. Are we talking metaphorically, or you think you're gonna find like a serial killer?
A serial killer.
Oh, okay.
No, I can see
all
that.
people on the internet that are interested in me in any way either have issues or they want to murder me.
Huh.
But
What do you put out there?
I'm just joking.
I want to know. I was like, well, I think it'd be really interesting. I mean, like there's no point in it.
I mean,
I'd like to see what your online dating profile would look like.
I think that
Write your about me right now.
Monogamy has suited me very, very well. I'm very happy with that. I honestly
That's
like,
a great about me, by the way.
Monogamy has suited me well.
I think
I don't know why I'm here.
Dude, I tried for a little bit. Like when I was in college, I lost a bunch of weight. I thought I could try and date a bunch of girls at the same time, like go on dates. It weirded me out. I had emotional attachments to one, and then I was just like, okay, don't need to go on dates with any of the other girls.
Yep.
But just the options. Also, I have that very cynical mindset of most of the people that would be interested in me now would be interested in me because of my position.
Uh-huh.
Right? All right, yeah.
Like, that's the
you
thing.
can't get past that.
Well, you have to weed through those people. Like, you kind of like have to make sure.
Yeah, but how? I mean, you can't. How do you
just have
organically
to ask
do that?
and assume that they're honest.
See, for me, like I even in high school, I was like the romantic. Like I wasn't like the other high school kids wanting to get laid and just trying to get like your pee-pee stinky really quick. I just wanted to like, you know, it's one of those.
Is that what you call sex?
No, that's the butt sex. Right?
I think he's talking about
regular sex?
It could be either or.
Either one.
And it could be pinky stinky too.
Oh, stinky pinky.
Stinky pinky.
Please.
But like, yeah, I was kind of like, I was looking for a relationship in high school. I wasn't looking for someone to just like, yeah, let's have sex or something. So I feel like as an older person, like if I was ever in the single world, I would be like, I would want to be as honest as possible because I would probably want to just find a relationship rather than someone just to hook up.
Well, as you get older, I feel like you kind of weed out the people that are just looking to hook up and more for the people that like want a relationship.
Yeah.
It's just like the biological clock is ticking. There's a great joke on American Dad where like Roger wants to get married immediately. So he's like, all right, J-date, 40 and single. And then like on his first date, he proposes to a girl. She's like, yes, oh my God. He goes, Rebecca, will you marry me? She goes, it's Rachel. And yes. You know? So it's just like as you get older, you'll find like the people are like, okay, I'm gonna start actually being more true to myself and really putting out there what I want, and not settling for like just a booty call.
What is this voice you're doing here?
This is me on the internet. This is my inner monologue.
Off camera.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. You guys are wondering what I'm actually like. I am actually Rip Torn. Whoa, or Rip Taylor.
Yeah,
one
Rip
of them. Confetti.
Rip Torn would be like this.
Wait, I was like, not the last
Oh,
question.
could you?
Not the last question. Should we go for it?
Yeah,
for
but
it.
also I wanted to talk about with internet people, like I like the idea of being able to have like a candid discussion with someone via private messages or direct messages or texts, what have you, because it makes the getting to know you aspect of like a relationship online a little bit more personal, I feel like.
Do you feel like getting friends or making friends is harder / less something that you're into as you grow older?
Yeah, and it just kind of happens. Like it just happens rather than like if you want it or not. It just happens.
Like I find a few people interesting outside of like my normal group of friends, and then I don't know. I have like no desire. I'm like I have a bunch of friends. I'm really busy.
Yeah.
I don't need a bunch of friends.
No, I think you're right. Yeah,
I
it
always
happens.
find like when I come across someone, like my parents still to this day will be like, "There's this person that you should meet." Not like a girl, but
just
just
a
like
friend?
this is. He's very he does comedy too. You should talk to him. And my parents don't actually sound like this.
What's
What's
like, all the
happening?
voices.
Much more fun. But like you should talk to him. Like would you be interested in having a friend, like a play date? He'll come over. You guys could talk.
A play
And
date?
yeah. And I'm just like no, like not at all. I'll meet people and like if there's like I met this new friend of mine, Ben, and like immediately we hit it off and started talking about all this cool stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't have someone like you in my life, and that's why it kind of fit. But like if like I meet someone, it's like oh, like you're really nice, but it's just like you said, we're very busy. Like this is like we work a lot. We do a lot of stuff at
Well,
work.
and I'm married, and you have a fiance and a kid coming.
I need to put.
I bought a bike.
I need to put out a profile like need male friend that's over the age of 23 and is this skilled at Madden and Call of Duty.
It's like you need a specific criteria because I've got everything else filled.
You're looking for your man Call of
Yeah.
Duty friends. And then every friend has like.
I need a friend who on a whim I can call and be like, hey, I'm going to an arcade machine auction. Do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
Or like, hey, I'm going to Frank and Son's toy convention. You want to come? Like, I feel like I've got friends covered in every other aspect except for that aspect.
Yeah. Before Ross started going on dates with a bunch of random women.
That's how dating works.
Yeah. Well, no, okay. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus. Like Richard Ryan has then like become that friend where it's like Sunday at noon. I'm like, you want to go see a movie and grab sushi?
Yeah, I can't do that anymore because like I've been scheduled out.
Yeah,
I love that he's having to word it.
I mean, like I'm very.
I can't pencil you in.
No, I mean, well, also like Phil's like the king of like day of. What are you up to right now? And,
yeah, I don't make plans.
And like for me, like I get like this social anxiety where it's like I need to have plans, and like I'm just like I have nothing going on tonight after dinner if you want to play video games.
Hey, Last of Us? Last of Us?
Last of Us!
Is this Last of Us?
Let's make a little Last of Us plan. You guys saw it. Ask us later if we actually went through with it.
Schedules stress me the fuck out because all of a sudden I'm failing myself and I don't even want to.
I know, and I had friends who were upset if I didn't keep like a calendar of things.
Yeah.
That way, if they asked me like, "Can we do something after work or something?" I should know instantly if I can or not.
Like,
and it's like I can't manage that.
I have a calendar for work. And it is for work. If I have a calendar for my life, then it's still gonna feel like work. And that's
you can't do
like,
that.
It's very stressful because all of a sudden, like I like the ability to be like, okay, I'm not doing anything. I wonder if anyone else is having like a semi-decent whatever by themselves day and just want to do something. Like that in my mind, because otherwise all of a sudden I'm like, did we get the reservations? Okay, fuck, I gotta leave 2 hours before because of traffic. Other than going, I want to grab a bite to eat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out.
But doesn't that set you up for more disappointment when you can't find someone?
Yes,
to,
and that's kind of where I operate from. It's this place of like, I don't want to find myself like, oh, I'd really like to hang out with someone, and then it's like, oh, I have to make like a ton of phone calls, and maybe everyone's booked.
It might be that I see my friends as additive rather than like essential for me to enjoy something. Okay. Like I can go to the mall and be that guy that eats and then watches a movie by himself, and I'm fucking ecstatic.
I like do that.
You know
I
what?
always feel.
I've been doing that
but
more
it's also enjoyable
really?
if I'm like, hey Ross, come by, and then I like find out how you're doing, and then we have like we hang out.
Those are the times that I like because I'm all about like the human connection. I just heard this thing that NPR did this like research, and they found that human beings are happiest when they are working together towards a common goal. Like that's when human beings are at their best. And like that totally resonated with me because like I'm such a collaborative person. Like I don't like just being alone. That's why like before like I came to work here, I was just like at home making YouTube videos by myself, and it's just like, boy, what a lonely existence this is. Like
when you were at home.
Yeah. And like it was just one of those things where it's like I really flourish. I'm a beautiful flower. And
wow, is this also your dating profile here? This is a big disguise for your
I thought
dating
we were
profile?
still on that other question. I'm a beautiful flower.
Yeah. I find that the older I get, the more that I would prefer to have friends around for almost any instance. But the older I get, the more I don't mind if I go to the mall alone or if I go to the movies alone or something like that. It's very strange. I don't know what that is. Have you always been that way, or have you found that?
When I was younger, I feel like when I was younger, I also didn't know who I was. I wasn't happy just in general, not like even like in my own skin. I just wasn't happy. And so I was like, I would go and try and be happy. But in general, like, I'm content. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you also have to keep in mind, you guys live with your best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
much.
that's such a huge thing.
Yeah.
And like I remember when I was in a relationship, the alone time was beautiful because it was like not that I wanted to get away, but what do I care? Who am I protecting?
Yeah, exactly. Who is
but it
this
was
person?
just like it was one of those things where like you when you want that person, they're there. You know, they're at home when you get there. And then, like, when you get to go out and have a meal by yourself, it's like a nice break. That's your peace and quiet time. Whereas when you're single, you operate from that, like, okay, like, yeah, I've got this wonderful time alone. And then getting out of that, going to find that friend and getting that connection is more of an effort.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in such a different place now. Because, like, we even have, like, 2, I'm not going to say their names. We have 2 younger guys on staff. Talented, attractive-looking dudes that are sad because they don't have girlfriends. And I'm like, why? You're fucking 20 to 21 in LA.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, also...
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about those other 2.
No, you're right. Have fun. Enjoy your life, for God's sake.
If you have
really
a girlfriend and you like spend time with her, great. Don't make that an aspiration. People that aspire to be in relationships with people are usually the most miserable fucking people down the road. Like, enjoy your life, enjoy yourself, right? And start stressing about that shit when you're older. But, like, you're not gonna meet someone you genuinely like if you're just pursuing it all the time. That's that's the fact.
That's true. It's like that old saying.
Sorry.
Like, you won't
Hey, no, dude, tell it like it is.
Preach
that's
it.
That's such an easy mindset to fall into, because like not only do television and movies glorify relationships, but like you'll see happy couples, and like especially at this office, there are a lot of happy couples here.
Lots of married people.
Yeah, married people, engaged people, people with just like now strong boyfriends. And it's just like one of those. Yeah, Drew is a strong boyfriend.
Drew is a strong
Drew is
boyfriend.
very strong. He's a backpack. But yeah, so like one of those things, like you look around and it's
Sounds like a weird sex
what are you
term.
guys up to tonight? Oh, we're gonna go see the Book of Mormon. Oh, we're just gonna kind of hang in tonight, and it's just like, oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah,
See, but
I get it.
Yeah, I'm very of the mindset of you could invite someone, and it's not a weird third wheel situation because Lindsay's friends with all my friends.
Yeah.
So it is 3 friends hanging out, but there are also people that we know that for some reason only have parties with couples, and that weirds me out.
Yeah.
I hate those.
Those are so funny to me because, like, okay, I live with a couple, and there are times where they will have a couples party, and I will be like, oh, like, I'll get out of here. They're like, no, you could stay. And I'm like, no, like, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll hear about it from Phil. He's like, I'm coming over to your house today. I was like, oh, cool, for what? He goes, for the ugly sweater party. And I'm
you're
like,
oh,
The couples only.
no idea.
like that's weird to me.
Yeah.
Like that's so weird to me.
Yeah, you shouldn't have couples only parties.
no, do it. Like, it's totally fine because, like, honestly.
But
like,
why? What's the appeal?
everybody has a partner in games. Like, what am I?
Well, I
like,
know. Does
all
it
that-
distract you
all
that
that-
there's someone
all
that
that
could
happens-
potentially hook up or
all
something?
that happens is I end up disliking 50% of a 2.
Yeah.
Like there was like, and then I randomly find out they like break up 6 months ago. I'm like, good.
Right,
I
what's
never have to see him when I have
No,
to go to
but
that
you're
couple
right.
party.
Yeah, that's a good point. What's the point? What is
Of
the
a
point of a
couples
couples
party?
party? Yeah.
I think it's so that pairing up for like games are easier.
You know what? Odd numbers.
Yeah, no.
That throws
like,
everything.
Can you imagine, like, we're doing like a game and it's like, all right, everybody grab a partner, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
Team Ross. Team
and then
Ross.
and then
Team
Harley's
Ross.
like, I guess we're still together.
Well, can I come to a couples party if I am married but my wife
You
can't
don't want to come?
Yeah. Or
I'll
like,
be your couple.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Can you have a
Perfect.
couple?
Yeah.
I'll be your surrogate couple.
Yeah.
I'll be your.
You're like, I'm married,
yeah.
but I'm bringing Ross. You aren't together. Well, he did suck me off
That
once.
is-
So
that's
I think it
hysterical.
counts.
So it means we're together.
That feels like a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, Larry, it's a couples party. It's like, yeah, I brought Jeff. And like,
he's my
no,
understudy.
You have to bring your couple. Why? I brought another person. It's the same
Wait,
deal. It's
what
the same
is a
difference.
couple? A couple is what? 2 people? That's what it is. We're a couple of people and we're here.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what
That's
I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna write that episode.
You know what? And then this will forever be the question we never got to. Thank you for tuning in to Table Talk, where we talked about a bunch of stuff. My name's Philip DeFranco.
Was that a Bill Cosby reference? I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Ross
I
Evans.
want to see what this was because it might be interesting to go out on it. Yeah, it's not that great.
No. Well, we could have kept it for the next one. Bye.